Arlecchino was described as a cruel person who hides behind an icy smile. Scaramouche and Child compared her to a wolf in sheep's clothing, who would betray even the Tsaritsa in a heartbeat. But we've seen nothing of that in the Fontaine Archon quest. What happened to her? Was it all an act? And most importantly, what happened to the previous Arlecchino? The current Arlecchino is the second one to be in that position. The Arlecchino that was mentioned in the Inazuma World quest, the very special fortune slip, was the previous Arlecchino. The previous Knave was extremely cruel. She frequently blackmailed others into submission and despised failure, inflicting searingly painful punishments to those who failed her missions. From Freminette's character story, we learned that when Freminette was a child, the Knave made an agreement with Freminette's mother to take in Freminette. They were severely in debt, and the loaners eventually demanded both their house and Freminette as payment, which she refused to comply with. However, while Freminette was indeed protected, the Knave was cold to him, claiming his mother abandoned him and had him sold to the House of the Hearth to help with their family's debt. She also used Freminette's lack of knowledge of his mother's whereabouts to her advantage by threatening Freminette with withdrawing protection from his mother if he disobeyed orders. The current Arlecchino later revealed that the previous Knave had lied to Freminette. After taking over from her predecessor, her relaxed policies allowed Freminette to spend more time looking for his mother. Later, he realized that his mother was killed by the loaners for not giving him up to them. Let's talk about the current Arlecchino now. Several years ago, Arlecchino, who had grown up in the House of the Hearth, clashed with the previous holder of the Knave title and ended up succeeding her. She reworked the House of the Hearth. While strict, she insisted that the house be collectively maintained, allowed its members to complete tasks their own way and did not punish them as severely as her predecessor. She is also addressed as father by the House of the Hearth's members, and seems to care about the well-being of her children. But despite all these, Child and Scaramouche didn't have a good opinion of her. According to them, she simply puts up an act in front of others, believing she has ulterior motives, feigning loyalty, and that those who see her true, crazed nature vanish without a trace. Even on the Overture teaser, her whole theme was about acting and deceiving people. On the Fontaine Archon quest, she attempted to find ways to avert the prophecy of Fontaine and sent aid to Poisson upon learning the town was struck by a disaster. It could be because she herself is a Fontainian and wanted to save her homeland. Or there is a chance that it's all part of her scheme. When we met her for the first time, Arlecchino purposely swayed the conversation with Furina such that we would begin to doubt Furina's identity. While the tea party didn't seem very productive, Arlecchino's entire goal could be to bring the traveler to her side, especially when she revealed the truth to us about attacking Furina and her findings about the curse.
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Furina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Furina and I.
Traveler knows that Child doesn't have a very good relationship with Arlecchino. The game could purposely point out this slip-up by Arlecchino in order to tell us that Arlecchino can lie effortlessly, and only uses dialogue to sway the flow of conversation. In version 4.2, Arlecchino was conveniently at the location where the flood of Poisson occurred with all the resources necessary to evacuate everyone and the head counts all done. She said that the Fatui were already there to conduct ruin exploration. However, this doesn't explain why she had so many emergency resources and had conducted headcounts of Poisson residents. In addition, in order to convince the traveler to explore the ruins, she uses Lynette and Freminette's relationship with us to sway our decision. It could be that Arlecchino knew that the flood would happen and purposely didn't warn Navia until the flood. This was all to raise the stakes and hence catalyze the movement of all parties such as the Traveler, Navia and Novelette, such that Furina's secret would be revealed faster so that more information could come to light and stop the prophecy faster. This could just be a necessary evil in order to push us in the right direction. In the end, Arlecchino got everything that she wanted. She saved Fontaine by catalyzing the rescue and prevention of the prophesied flood. She got the Gnosis without having to directly intervene, and she managed to sway the Traveler to her side. These are all just speculations, but we can't deny the possibility as this is not the first time we've seen a character controlling every major event of an Archon quest behind the scenes. Do you think we are still about to see the real face of her? Comment below what you think.